I am deeply honored to be chosen for tonight's award. Knowing the past 4 recipients, I am thrilled to be in such company. However, I cannot do many of the things they can. For example, I cannot tell jokes like Steve Baker. I was thinking of asking him to stand next to me, and every time I would sense the audience wanting to text, I would tap Steve and have him tell a joke. There is Mary Jo Walsh, who in addition to motivating students, entertains them with the magic of her songs. If I sang to you, it would empty the auditorium faster than yelling fire. Sue Height can save you from cardiac arrest and then fill out your medical insurance forms. Diane Hollabaugh probably could teach reading to babies before they were toilet trained. I can do none of these things, yet I realize the reason I too was chosen for this honor is that we all share a passion for what we do and tirelessly try to impart this optimism to others. In addressing this audience, I know that I am speaking to a society of doers, people who work hard, know the value of achieving, have high character, are extremely active in their school, have many friends, and even participate in the community. Multitasking is an everyday thing for you, and you are so well-rounded that you bounce effortlessly from one activity to another. Knowing this, I will not lecture you about the qualities you already possess. Instead, I am going to talk to you about your future and how to make it better. Going to college is your next hurdle, and it is here that I will try to help. Remember that although you are the cream of the crop in your high school, so will all of your college classmates be. You will be one among many high achievers. This situation may upset you. You may find that you get below a 90 on a test, or that you are not in the top 10%, say, of your freshman college class. There are positive ways to handle this, and I will give you Strable's 4-step program for success in college and life. The first important quality to have for success is passion. When you think about what you want to be when you graduate college, do not let money be your guide. Let your interest or passion be your guide. Looking for the profession that pays the most money is not the key to happiness. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men on this planet, stated of the persons he knows who are multimillionaires, the majority are not happy people. A study by Robert J. Kriegler and Louis Patler followed 1,500 people over 20 years and divided the people into 2 groups. Group A, 83% who went into careers they thought would enrich them, and Group B, 17% who went into careers they had a passion for. At the end of the 20 years, 101 of the 1,500 studied had become multimillionaires. And of these, all but one were from Group B, the ones who followed their passion. As corny as it sounds, money cannot buy happiness. You may have a larger home and more toys, but at the end of the day, when accumulating money is your only goal, what is left when you achieve this? It is said that when Alexander the Great conquered the known world at age 21, he cried because there was nothing else left for him to achieve. If you are lucky enough to passionately love what you're doing and make money, then that is wonderful. I know that in my case, I am not rich monetarily, but spiritually and mentally, I sure am. I have loved what I have done. One of the greatest compliments I ever received was when I was an elementary school media specialist in North Bay and found out that 2 of 3 triplets who were in one of my kindergarten classes had cut lunch to go to the library. I was flabbergasted, but their desire for books was greater than their desire for food. Knowing that I had impacted their lives gave me such happiness, more than having a material object would. When I receive notes from past students telling me how much I influence their lives, nothing makes me happier. Through your passion, you can influence others in ways that make their and your life richer. What can be better than that? The next element to success in college and life is to work hard. In the immortal words of Steve Montgomery, when you snooze, you lose. Even though you may be wildly talented, resist the urge to text, play computer games, or watch a video, knowing that talent will carry you through at the last moment. Author Stephen King states that talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one is a lot of hard work. Isaac Newton said, "If I am anything, I have made myself so by hard work." In Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Outliers, he mentions that talent is not the determining factor in success. Talent plus work is. He cites people with IQs considerably higher than Albert Einstein who made nothing of their lives. The title of a book by John Maxwell says it all. Talent is never enough. The third component to success in college and life is to listen to others around you. No one knows it all, and it is incredible the ideas and skills that people around you can have that can enrich what you are doing. For example, there were many times when I was asked to cover an event at the school or to do a special project, and I would speak to students in my photojournalism class or clubs, and they would come up with better ideas than I had thought of. That always thrilled me that through the input of people around me, I could create an even better library, website, or newspaper. Fourth and lastly, remember not to rest on your laurels and constantly continue to learn and practice your craft. Whatever field you choose to enter, continue to read the literature and learn new techniques. There is an adage that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but that is not true. For example, although I won't call myself an old dog, I certainly am not a spring chicken either, yet I am constantly learning new computer software and photography techniques. What makes this possible is the attitude I have that I can do it. If I find that I am having trouble, I speak with others, which was step 3, who can help me, such as my former student, CHS valedictorian and recent Cornell computer science graduate, J.P. Blake, who is only too willing. In other words, you can do it if you think you can. Never forget that. I hope Strable's 4-step program to success has been helpful. To thank you for listening, I have assembled a slideshow of past events that will make you realize how special your time at CHS really is. Before I start, however, I again want to thank the members of the Honor Society for giving me an award that I truly will never forget.